Hey guys, so I have so many things on my to-do list today, but I just can't seem to get to them, and it just keeps coming back to me that I'm supposed to be sharing something with you. God is teaching me about pain, and I am sharing this because He is also showing me that He is teaching a lot of people about pain right now. I'm not showing you all of this painting that I'm working on because it's not done, because it's very far from done, but I still just feel like I'm supposed to share a part of it. And I'm just going to confess to you guys that I am feeling very weak and very broken right now. And it just so happens, I've been working on this painting for months, but it just so happens that I've been working on this one right at this time. And basically, you can tell from part of this, it's actually going to be a mirror. But where the mirror is broken, there is beauty, there is gold. I'm using gold leaf, and He's teaching me about being beautifully broken. And that's what this painting is about. And it's just something that I'm sensing in so many of our lives right now. So I just want to share something with you guys. Some of you know He's really been leading me to write a lot more lately. And a little over a week ago, I've been writing in general about learning to appreciate God's creation. And I mean, beautiful things. Just how do we actually soak in the beautiful gifts that He's given us? And about a week ago, all of a sudden, it felt random to me, but it was just on my heart that I needed to write about pain. And I sat down and I wrote like 4 pages about pain and what God was teaching me about pain. And right after that, I had a horrible week, and other people went through. It was a painful, painful week, but I feel, and I was so confronted with the lessons He had just taught me. And I'm not going to read you all of it, but I did feel like He was leading me to read just a piece of what He gave me before a crazy, painful week. So this is what I feel like He put on my heart. He is teaching me that pain is a place of intimacy. Pain is a signal, a voice calling us to pay attention when all we want to do is run the other way. What if, instead of avoiding pain, I learned to appreciate it? What if I learned to interpret its nuances and subtleties? What if, when I feel that physical ache in my chest, I actually see it as an invitation from God? What if I stopped resenting it? What if God, who knows pain and suffering and is intimately acquainted with weeping, wants to connect with my heart? One sad, longing heart to another. What if He even asked me to invite others into our sacred, set-apart place of pain? What if He's asking me to invite you? There are many amazing, beautiful things for us to enjoy in God's design, in His creation, and I long to focus on the easy ones. But even as I find myself wanting to avoid pain, I also find myself wondering if it is one of His most important gifts. I wonder if appreciation of this gift will open our hearts to appreciation of love itself and to appreciation of the one who is love itself. The one who embraced pain and even death because through it, He could embrace us. As we learn to embrace pain and, yes, death too, do we learn to embrace Him back? In this place, we will hold each other, weeping in sorrow and laughing in joy, and the crazy, confusing beauty of it all. Teach me to be a connoisseur of your gift of pain, Abba. Teach me to recognize with discernment and appreciate its subtleties. Teach me to take hold of your hand as we walk into it together. So basically, right after I wrote that, my uncle passed. A friend's son-in-law passed. Our cat of 18 years passed. And that same day, my husband drove to work, hit a deer, and the deer passed. Thankfully, my husband's okay. We visited a friend in the emergency room. Other friends went through crazy struggles. And I was so challenged. And I'm going to confess to you guys, I didn't do great with this. I've really struggled this week, and I've struggled with this lesson that God gave me before the week even began. I have had some great moments of intimacy with him, but I have also eaten a ridiculous amount of junk food, comforted myself with food instead of sitting and being quiet and still and going to God. I've been angry and frustrated and not exactly allowed myself to actually sit and be sad, as I know he's calling me to do. So I am so far from perfect with this message, but I really believe he gave that to me for a reason. And I know a lot of you are going through rough stuff too. And I will be the last person to say that this is easy, but that doesn't mean it's good. That doesn't mean it's bad. Freudian slip there. Just like pain itself is so hard and it hurts. Of course, it's pain. It hurts. And I have thought of that as bad for most of my life. But God is also convicting me that maybe this is an area where, because pain is so often associated with bad things, I have called something that's actually a gift from him evil when he calls it good. He embraced pain. He knows pain. He weeps. And I think he wants to sit and hold our hands in the midst of it. And I don't want to call evil what God has declared good. And even if it's associated with evil things, the pain itself might actually be a signal for me to sit with him and have a peace and a place of intimacy with him, and actually with others as well. And I struggle with that. I really struggle with that. So sharing this as a piece of my journey and trying to embrace rather than avoid. And I just pray that it blesses you. And I pray that whatever you're going through and the pain in your heart, that you wouldn't push it away, push it down, that you wouldn't comfort yourself with anger or with food, or whatever it is that is an easy distraction for you. But that you would allow God to take your hand, that you would sit with him in your pain, in your hurt, in your anger, even if it's anger towards him. He's got big shoulders. He can take that. He still wants to sit with us, even in that place. And I just pray for myself and also for you that we would find intimacy in pain, and that we would find God and love itself. May you be blessed. Be loved.